Slinger. Welcome to Claire's channel. Today we're going to be playing Seduce Me Otome. Please be sure to subscribe if you guys want to see more. Please be sure to hit that like button and show your love and support by following her on Twitter and Instagram. Anyways, let's do this.
You are an interesting creature.
Smirk on her face. I open my mouth to scream with fright, but
No screaming now. Too early, silly girl. Why
Rage
do the
began to
boys like
consume
you?
my core again.
You're
This woman,
unique,
whoever
yes,
she was
but that can't be all
mad.
that you have going for you.
She must have known as she
Ooh, you're feisty.
let out another
That could be
smirk
why.
growing on her face.
Who in the hell are you and why are you in my room?
The woman began to laugh, making the rage inside me increase. I wanted to punch her, but I waited for her answer.
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world. You can call me Diana, little human.
Diana? Demon?
Demon.
I am, but I'm much more than just an average demon.
What do you mean?
Silly girl. I'm a succubus.
I stared at Diana in shock.
Well,
Is succubus
you
the first
are
thing to me?
pretty.
Now he's succubus. Great, I have met both.
But you seem
genders of
very
sex.
reckless. Too reckless.
Moved down and stood from the bed, still glaring at Diana.
Why are you here?
Oh, I just wanted to see who my competition was.
Competition?
For the boys, of course. They don't belong here, and yet here they remain. I want to know why, and remedy this little issue.
This girl was seriously pissing me off.
What issue? They want to see here something too.
Silly, uneducated human. You don't understand the important roles these boys play in the abyssal planes. You keeping them here is practically imprisonment.
You have about 10 tickets to leave.
Is that a threat? How cute. What are you going to do? Kill me?
And I can do?
You barely have the strength to stand, little human. I can rip the rest of your energy out and knock you into a coma. You'll never be able to wake up again.
Chocolate and I will.
Enjoy every minute of it.
My mind began as Diana stepped
Now, you're going to listen to everything I say without any questions. Got it?
I nodded.
Good. I plan to bring the boys back to Abyssal Plains. Why? So that I can take my place as queen of their realm. They have no reason to be here in this silly little world, so I'm going to make sure they return home. Okay, Pumpkin?
I nodded but growled. My rage couldn't be despite the
You
old.
evil.
Call me evil all you want, dearie. I'm not evil. You're just in my way.
I felt Diana lean into my ear and whisper, making me unconsciously
Now,
shiver in both
Be a
pleasure
good
and
little human and
annoyance.
go to bed. I'll make sure they're gone before you get home tomorrow
I
from
felt my
school.
body move on its
So
own.
make sure to say
I lay on the
goodbye
bed
in
and
the
covered myself
morning.
with my beads. I glared at Diana the entire way down. Diana laughed at my.
I will get you.
Oh, please do.
All of a sudden, her voice deepened, demonic, sending a violent, scared shiver
Give me a
down my
reason
spine.
to make your
Her
life
eyes
a living
practically
hell.
illuminated in the darkness of my room as she glared at me. I
Oh,
stopped
And make sure you
stared.
don't tell the
What
boys
did
I
she
was
mean by
here.
that?
I want my visit to be a surprise.
Diana smirked at me, knowing the confusion behind my eyes.
What?
Words demon reverberated in my head.
Captain.
A something supernatural.
And you must not care
Demon
about your
Fish
friends and
versus the
family
devil
as much as you care
is
for the
one
boys.
thing. On her own versus a demon was another.
Let's just say that if you tell the boys about me, I'll make sure that
feel
no
fear
one will care
creeping.
for you.
How could she
And
do
you'll
that?
be all alone in this little house until the day you die.
And with that, Diana sank
Have a
into
good
the floor and
night.
disappeared as her head vanished into the floor. I had to mentally confirm it. She wasn't going to win. The boys wanted to stay
She's
with me.
not as powerful as she looks.
I scooped up my
know
bag
it.
and headed downstairs to the dining room, seeing the boys already eating delicious selection of food. The smell made my stomach
No,
growl
I
wildly
am
as the
not
sight of
to
food drew
keep
me
the
to
body.
walk further into the room.
Good morning, miss. Did you sleep
Before
well?
I could lie, hiding the incident, furrowed
She's
his
here.
eyebrows and stopped eating.
Damien, what's up with you? Of course she's here. She kinda owns the house.
Damien looked at me, wanting me to explain for him how last night warned me to keep my mouth shut. Damien
Diana.
pressed his lips together into a fine line. The other boys looked at me with a
A
raised
gold
eyebrow.
is Diana came back this night.
Diana? Is she important?
Did she try to hurt you?
She accepted this.
The single word made the boys stop and stare at me.
So,
I looked at each
she's come
boy,
to try and bring us
unsure of
back.
what was going through their minds. Should I have avoided it?
She must really be desperate.
Well, what should we do now?
Nothing. She'll give up eventually.
Will she?
The boys continued to look at me as if I knew the answer
She
to that question.
said
Damn it,
if
Damien.
that if I told you, she would make my life a living hell. She can't practically do that, right? She's not a devil.
No, she isn't. However, she is a very powerful demon.
She's a master of mind manipulation and has been trained in illusion. Unlike other demons who use strength to get power, she uses her charisma.
She has the power to make armies bow to her and obey her every whim. That's why she's so obsessed with us.
What do you mean?
Well, she sorta has family ties to us. She was promised to marry one of us in exchange for more power.
She's just some whacked up hussy who doesn't know how to close her legs. She's not a real threat.
Boys in the
Oh,
room
really?
wondering
I feel
where the voice
insulted.
came from. I felt a cold sweat run down the back of my neck in fear, remembering what kind of power she had. At last we saw Diana by
So,
the entrance of the kitchen,
you took up a
juggling
human
a
name as
single red
well.
apple in her hand. As she leaned against the archway, the boys quickly
Beautiful
surrounded
name,
me,
isn't it?
glaring at the
Well,
intruder.
for a human name, anyway.
What the hell do you want?
To bring you back, of course. However, you weren't supposed to know that I was coming. I completely forgot about that little mind-reading ability. My
Diana
mistake.
pushed off from her archway, thus making the boys step closer to me in a protective circle. Diana laughed.
My. What has the world come to? A group of demons protecting a human girl? I'll tell you right now, she's not that pretty. And from what I can tell, she's still a virgin.
Excuse me?
My face grew red in complete anger and embarrassment.
Hell
Dare
no.
I stepped up,
Yeah,
gently pushing the boys away and face
in
Diana.
my
I was
house,
furious as she was
And
about mine,
until
about to feel
you
my wrath.
have no power here.
Oh, really? Do I have to remind you of the power I have, dear?
With a snap of her fingers, my mind suddenly locked up, and I felt blank. I could see the world
You
around
will
me,
leave this
but I
instant.
lost control of my body. The boys quickly
Or
reformed
what?
around
You'll
me,
kill me? I
with James
completely
gripping
dare
onto
you
Diana's
to.
wrist in anger.
Let me do it. I could use the workout.
Don't.
The boys looked at
And why
Damien
not?
while Diana smirked.
Us
Blank
to
state,
kill
I
her.
wanted to fight
If
this
she
cold,
dies, then
but
civil
her
war
power
starts
held
in the
me
demon
down.
world.
Very good, sweetie.
What happens in the demon world doesn't concern us anymore. We live here now.
The demons will come to the human world and hunt us down before attacking each other.
Demons will come to the human world, all because of her.
Sneaky bitch.
With another snap of Diana's fingers,
Well, will you
going
all
to my
change your
knees.
minds? I assure you, it's for the greater good.
I expected the boys to say no. What I heard was
No.
complete silence. None of the
Well,
boys replied to Diana, which
see.
made me both nervous and fearful as to why. Diana leaned her head back a bit, surprised for a different reason.
Either all of you are playing a very convincing hard-to-get game, or you all must be out of your minds.
After a small
Very
moment of
well.
silence,
I
Diana
guess I'll
licked her before
leave
breaking
now.
the gaze battle and smiled to the boys around me.
She'll be back, but she won't kill us. She needs us alive.
Whatever. We'll just keep saying no. She can't force us to come back.
She can't do anything but annoy us. Eventually she'll give up.
That's the hope anyway.
Hopefully.
EriK walked over to me
She won't
and
harm
gently
you,
caressed my
Princess.
cheek, looking at
I
me with
promise.
concern. I nodded, feeling that he told the truth, or at least a hopeful and comforting thought. EriK gently took my hand in his and kissed my knuckle, however, making me blush and forget what I was thinking
I
about.
will be working to a
The girls
school.
seemed very happy. We entered the school, quickly gathered our things from our lockers, and headed to
Students,
class.
You'll be
There
having
were
a substitute
no
for
events
class today.
to our surprise.
Everyone meet.
Miss Diana.
My heart stopped at the door with the dean
Thank you,
was
Dean.
on mine.
You can go now.
She started to the teacher's desk,
So,
ignoring the wood
history.
in her
History. Such a silly thing, isn't it? I mean, what do we care about the past? We're in the present.
legs. The rest of the class,
Present is
including
so
Naomi
full of
and
wonderful
Susan, listened to
things.
more.
While the labors of the
what
past
she
are the
had to
reason
say.
we have many things, it is our chance and privilege to utilize what has been given to us.
Her charm was almost infectious.
What's even funnier
The class
about
was
human
practically
beings is
starting
that
to
some of the
eat
bits of
out of her
history
hands.
we hear is
I
either
looked
made
around
up
to
or
see
completely
classmates
biased to one
grinning
side.
and
It's like a story
agreeing.
you read as a
Diana, I
child.
pressed my lips together. As
You
I
hear of
listened
the
further, I
princess
had
and the
no
prince,
choice.
and they live happily ever after. But what about the family she left behind? What of her friends?
Listened and agreed.
The original story of the
Intently
Little Mermaid, a perfect
to her
example
words.
of biased
I could
opinion.
tell, however, that these
Here we have a
words
girl who thinks
were
she
all
can be with
targeted
this
at me.
prince, but this prince has to marry a princess. What would happen if the mermaid had her way? What makes the mermaid so important that the princess has to suffer the consequences?
That doesn't know what happens to the princess.
The rest of the class turned their heads to me. Naomi and Suzu
Oh,
looked at equally surprised
And why
looks.
does it not
I kept
matter?
my eyes to Deanna.
The story, it doesn't, isn't about the princess. The story is about the moment and the prince.
Ah, but that is exactly my point. While the story talks about the mermaid and the prince's romance, we don't see the problems of the kingdom the prince rules. While we are all fixated with this love story, we ignore the fact the kingdom would fall apart without the marriage between the prince and princess. Well, luckily in the real story of the Little Mermaid, the mermaid knows that what she was doing was wrong, and she threw herself into the ocean turning into sea foam.
That's not true.
Once again,
Not
the class
true.
looked to me,
How so?
and Diana faced me with another smile.
Child of for determining human or smelling the pics or turn into seafoam. However, she was also given the choice to kill the pigs and turn that into a moment. The moment did not because she loved him and sacrificed herself for that love. That is a story of telling, not some pictures thing away, but of couples that have been following that go who I love.
The class applauded me with
Interesting.
Zuzu giving me
So
her
what you are
usual.
saying is
Diana,
that the
however,
princess should be
finally
given no
grew
mind.
in almost angered face at
The story isn't about the pictures. The story is about the moment should have done her past.
Even at the risk of a kingdom falling apart?
Even if the world falls apart around them, they truly don't evolve love and the pictures need to realize this.
You know what? School isn't important. Everyone, go ahead and head home. Take the week off.
Attention students, due to an emergency faculty meeting, we will be closing school for the remainder of the day and this entire week. Please leave the school quickly and quietly and have a good rest of the week.
She used her powers on them, damn it. I felt the need to stop her, but
Have
how
a
could I
nice
stop a
week
demon
off.
in the middle of
School
a
will
public
resume
area?
next week.
Many of the
Excuse me,
students
little
filed out,
miss. I'd like you to
chatting each
stay a
other
little while.
about new
There's something we need to
impromptu
discuss.
plans. Suzu
You
was
two can
beyond
head
happy,
home.
but Naomi
Don't
was
worry
hesitant.
about your friend until
Before we
next
could
week,
pack up and
okay?
leave, however,
If
Diana
you contact her, she won't
stepped to
reply,
us.
so don't bother. If she contacts you, ignore her, because she's just fine.
As if on command, Zuzu and Naomi left the room. I tried to march after them, but Diana stepped in my path, warning me with her eyes that if I followed, I would
What
be
are you
held back.
doing? What
I had
are you
lost
thinking?
my two
What?
friends,
Do I
at
not make a
least for
good
week.
teacher?
Now
I figured
were
you should
alone,
have a little
just
lesson,
like she wanted.
so I took matters into my own hands.
Whatever you come to do won't work.
You really think so, dear? And what makes you so sure about that?
What was making me so sure? Why were the boys worth this? Right back, but the heaviness of my thoughts began to dissolve little.
Now, let's have a little
I watched as
taste
she
of that
leaned
sweet,
in, ready to kiss me,
virginal
taking
sexual
turn
energy.
at the idea. The other completely rejected it and didn't want her to even touch me. Suddenly, Diana
EriK,
stopped in her
Who
tracks.
is...
It then dawned on her.
Ah, one of the boys. Why did you tell me which boy is EriK?
I felt myself nod in compliance.
Let's take it.
Really, a
letting go of
sly
my face
second
and stepping back.
with you.
I nodded once again.
All right,
this
then.
time it was.
Well, if it's the
loud
second son
sound
you're
that
infatuated
mimicked
with,
cat
you
purr
should really
before
rethink
stepping
your
away
romantic
from me.
options.
Diana chuckled before kissing my nose.
You can
before
go
I felt
now.
a shot of energy
Remember,
zap out
no
of my
class for the
body,
rest of the week.
almost making me dizzy and recoil.
And how I was trying to get home, my two friends left me here fixed to you.
Oh, were they your ride? My apologies.
Diana then lifted her
Let me
hand
help
and snapped her
then.
fingers. I suddenly felt the floor sink from underneath, forced me to look down. A purple pentagram surrounded my feet, pulling me into the ground. Before I could fight, however, I sank fully into the floor, fading into darkness, shutting my eyes. Babe. Why did Diana bring me home? Was this an illusion? Was I being tricked? Something was going on. Was this a game? Was this part of her plan to get the boys back?
Miss, what are you doing
I was
here?
lost and confused more than ever, despite my logic trying
Aren't
to
you
piece
supposed
the
to be in
puzzle that
school?
is Diana together. The more
Diana
I tried
sent
to
her
solve
back
her,
here.
the less I
evaded
understood
school
about the
and sent
situation
all
I
the
was in. The
students
boys
back
continued
home.
to argue back and forth about Diana, fueling
Bitch up
and
to.
almost jealous
Seriously,
curiosity. in
Diana's
me.
playing around for no
Damien
reason.
seemed to be too deep
Maybe it's
within
part of her
the
plan.
talking to notice my thoughts, for he didn't even stop talking alongside his brothers. Why was Diana after them? Why did she want to bring them? What was so important about the boys that she would travel to the human world to get them? The boys stopped arguing and staring at me in surprise, mustering to be despite my
One day
abrupt
she
shot.
wants to bring you all back. What a subject did you all run from? Why did you run from it?
Miss, we...
Don't listen, please. I need to know what is going on. I won't be left in the dark about this. And what are you pressing?
The boys looked at each
Damien,
other hesitantly,
do the
unsure
thing.
what to reply. Finally, Sam pushes Damien towards the bed, making him
What
land
thing?
on his knees with his torso over the edge of the
That's
mattress.
what thing?
Sam, you're not suggesting.
Why not? She deserves to know everything. Especially if Diana is targeting her.
Sam's right.
I guess we have no choice then.
I was getting confused. What was Damien about to do?
We are going to show you everything. You have to trust me, okay? The minute you stop trusting me, the vision will stop.
Vision?
Princess, please trust him.
I looked at EriK, unsure what was going on, but if this was the only way to learn